Hello students, welcome to the class. Today we are going to learn about madrasa. So in our last class we already discussed maktab as a primary education center for the Muslim students, and now here we are going to talk about madrasa as an higher education institute of India as an indigenous system of education. So let's continue our class. So our first one, that is, what is madrasa? That is your focus question. Second, the main features of madrasa. Okay, so let's start the class. Here, madrasa derived from Arabic word daras, that means deliver lecture. So madrasa is actually derived from an Arabic word. The Arabic word means deliver lecture. So daras is that the Arabic word, and that means deliver lecture. Giving lecture or deliver lecture means madrasa. Okay, so based on the etymological meaning of madrasa, we can say that is deliver lecture. Okay, so here are some main points or major features of the madrasa. So madrasa means mainly for higher education. Okay, after completing the primary education of the children, they can join the higher education institution, that is known as madrasa for the Muslim students. Okay, next, this higher education institution or madrasa are attached with mosques or masjid as similar with maktab. Again, the Maulvis and eminent scholars used to deliver lectures in the madrasas. Okay, the main center point of the madrasas are the Maulvis, and some eminent scholars also provided lectures to teach the students of the madrasas. Okay, the madrasas are actually dominated by verbal lectures. So here the method of teaching, that is verbal lectures. Verbal lectures given by the Maulvis and eminent scholars are actually the teachers of the madrasas to provide knowledge to the students. Okay, next one, it is managed by royal authority and religious person. So madrasas are managed by the royal authorities of India, as well as some religious persons, rich religious persons actually manage the madrasas. And the madrasas are financed by the state authority, because the madrasas are constructed in the medieval period of India. Therefore, these madrasas actually financed by the state authority of India. Again, higher education in madrasas given or imparted in two categories, that is secular and religion. One mistake there is, that is higher education. Here higher a spelling mistake, so clear or write down that or correct it. Okay, so here higher education is imparted in 2 points or 2 ways. First one is secular. Secular means where education can attained by all the students. There is actually all the religion should be important for the higher education institution or the madrasas, because they given education to all the religions persons. Okay, not only one single religion. So each and every person of any religion can come to the madrasa for having higher education. Okay, and the next one is, that is religion. Religion is only one religion. Only the maktabs, or actually the Muslim people, can come to the higher education institution or the madrasas. So higher education in madrasas given in 2 ways. First one is secular, for everyone. There is no specific religion to give education, because each and every religion students can come to the madrasas for having education or for getting education. Okay, so there is another point, that is curriculum. So first, in the madrasas mainly Islamic religion give actually in the curriculum of madrasa mainly give importance on Islamic religion. Along with Islamic religion, some other topic, or apart from the main Islamic religion, Hindu religion, Arabic, grammar of Persian language, astrology, medicine, agriculture, economics, politics, music composition, etc. were included in the curriculum of madrasa. Along with Islamic religion, these are the topics or content or subjects actually included in the madrasas to provide education, actually higher education to the students of madrasa. Okay students, I think you do not have any doubt with this. So next, that is what actually in which places we found the madrasas. In India, we found madrasas at Delhi, Agra, Ajmer, Lahore, Sialkot, Lucknow, Jaipur, Ambala, Gwalior, etc. In these specific states or specific areas, places, we found the madrasas. Okay, so our next, that is Delhi is the oldest madrasa of India, established by Mughal Badshah Humayun. Okay, in some madrasas there were residential facilities like hostels for the students and also for teachers. Both teachers and students can reside in the hostels or other some residential facilities provided by the madrasa for them. The fooding and lodging also provided in these residential areas or residential hostels. Okay, so the medium of instruction in madrasa was Persian, but study of Arabic language was also compulsory in the madrasas. The method, we already talked about that, and now the medium of instruction. Okay, the method was verbal and the medium of instruction was Persian language, but Arabic language was compulsory for the students in madrasa. And lastly, Akbar established colleges for Hindu youths during his reign. In that colleges, Hindu religion, philosophy and literature were taught along with Persian language. These are included in the colleges or madrasas to bring about communal harmony between the Hindus and Muslims. Akbar established some colleges as like Hindu students. Actually, all the students came to those education institution for having or for getting higher education or to get knowledge from that institutions, and those institutions actually constructed by Akbar or established by Akbar to maintain a communal harmony between Hindus and Muslims regarding education. Okay students, so this is all about our today's class, and if you find out some query or doubt with this class, then you can ask me. So till that, thank you, bye bye.